In this class, we're going to explore information literacy. But before we delve into the details of information literacy, we have to answer a more fundamental question. What is information? Information seems to be all around us. It's everywhere. It is ubiquitous as air, heat, or water, but it has far more mysterious nature. Let's take a look at this ordinary scene. You wake up from an afternoon nap and come into the living room. Not paying too much attention to the comfortable couch in the center of the room, you peek at the antique clock on the wooden wall, almost 1 o'clock. The blossoming flower outside the window makes you feel warm, and you think that might be a good time to take a walk outside. Without any effort, we absorb a lot of information from the surroundings. We also filter it and cite it in a context and make several steps of reasoning. Every day we get information from signs, signals, from newspapers, magazines, televisions, and from our electronic devices. We exchange information with our friends, families, and colleagues through conversations, text messages, emails, social media, or even apps. Since we were babies, we have interacted with our external environment, constantly sending and receiving information. This process, consciously or unconsciously, shapes our understanding of the world as we grow up and forms our perspectives or even biases. Scientists say that information is also encoded in our genes and passed down from generation to generation, which means we are not only receiving information from the environment, we are evolving organisms of information ourselves. In the recommended video, Lou Schwartzberg will introduce you to a world that we don't normally see or recognize as information source. We will know that information may also exist out of the reach of our own 5 senses, beyond our mental capacity to observe, and even beyond our consciousness. Today, we are living in an information-saturated society, and people are even beginning to bond with each other over information technologies. Today, information is often defined in an abstract way to denote any amount of data, code, or text that is stored, sent, received, or manipulated in any media. Many disciplines have adopted their own definition of the term information from their own purposes and use it in their specific way. For example, anthropologists believe that information is culturally derived, while linguists believe information is what we produce through languages, and computer scientists think information relates to data values. In criminal justice, information is interpreted as intelligence. In information theory, information is defined as the process of relaying signals and receiving messages. And in philosophy, scholars use probability, computation, quantum mechanics, and even true belief to define information. Although many fields have different perspectives on information, most would agree that information reduces uncertainty and is crucial for decision making. One of the key conceptual models in library and information science is information spectrum, or the DIKW hierarchy from data to information to knowledge and to wisdom. As the slide shows, data means characters, symbols, numbers, signs, whose meaning may or may not be apparent. Information is data with labels, a definition that gives meaning. That is data with structure or relationships. Knowledge is collected, combined, organized, process the information for a purpose. Wisdom is knowledge over time and knowledge without thinking. The concept was firstly introduced by Robert Taylor in his book Value-Added Process in Information Systems as a value-added spectrum. Mike Essenberg, Dean Emeritus and Professor at the Information School of the University of Washington, developed this concept to an information alchemy. He called this movement up the spectrum an information alchemy process, because the transformation from information to knowledge has a special, almost magical quality to it. The goal of traditional alchemy was to turn base material into gold. Information alchemy is similar, turning common data and information into valued knowledge and wisdom. The moment of transformation from information to knowledge is nearly tangible. That aha moment, when things come together and you get it, things suddenly make sense. You see the pattern, you understand, and you get it. You know something, and along with knowing comes a warm and wonderful feeling. Take a moment to recall some aha moment you had. Think about what happened and also how you felt. Enlightened, pleased, relieved, inspired, empowered, and more. This movement up the spectrum from data and information to knowledge is what we constantly strive to accomplish. In problem solving and decision making, we want to take actions and make choices based on knowledge, not just data or information. Knowledge is valuable and precious. Knowledge helps us to accomplish tasks, to make better choices, to be effective and successful in all types of human endeavor.